Hi, I'm Loretta, and I'm the Youth Services Librarian at the Cedar Grove Line Avenue branch of Shreve Memorial Library. And today's story time is a monster story, but it's really not a scary monster story. And after the story, I have a really fun monster game that you can make to play at your Halloween party.
Laura Numeroff's 10-Step Guide to Living with Your Monster, illustrated by Nate Evans. Step 1. Buying your monster. When choosing a monster, do not pick one who grabs you and starts to eat your shirt. Pick the monster who can play the banjo and tie his own shoes. Step 2. Taking your monster to the vet. On the way home, be sure to get your monster a checkup. Hold his hand and make sure he gets a lollipop. Do not give him green lollipops. Give those to your dad. Step 3. Naming your monster. When you get home, you'll want to give your monster a name. Give him one that everyone in the family likes. You don't want to call him Hercules when your sister calls him Fluffy. Some good monster names are Ed, Bob, and Biff. Step 4. Feeding your monster. Monsters eat a lot. To save time, it might be easier for your family to move next door to a pet store. Your monster will also need a water dish. Step 5. Playing with your monster. Do not play fetch with your monster. Save this for your dog or little brother. Set up a hoop for your monster to jump through. Make sure the hoop is bigger than your monster. Step 6. Going places with your monster. Take your monster for a drive and stop at all the gas stations along the way. Monsters love to buy gum. Step 7. Training your monster. Teach your monster to sit. Say, sit. This may take some time. Step 8. Singing with your monster. Monsters love country and western music. Step 9. Grooming your monster. Get your monster used to brushing his teeth. This won't be easy. Give your monster a bubble bath every month. Step 10. Putting your monster to bed. Always read your monster a bedtime story. Do not tell your monster to count sheep. Counting sheep will make him hungry. Tuck him in, turn out his light, and give him a big kiss goodnight. So here's a look at the items that you're going to need to make the Monster Toss game. You will need 2 paper plates because remember, we'll be putting the 2 plates together, one in the front and one in the back. You'll be gluing or stapling the plates front to front or the scooped out parts face to face. You'll need scissors, glue, markers or paint, embellishments or other decorations to really make your monster unique and make it your own. You'll also need a stapler. If you don't have a stapler at home, you can still just glue the plates together, but you'll need to use a good amount and let it dry completely. Okay, to get going, you're going to paint or color or use markers to decorate the back of one of your paper plates. Now, if you're using crayons or markers, just try not to press down too hard because you don't want to crush your plate and we need to keep that curve to make the game. I used 2 different colors of paint because I wanted my monster to be purple and green and kind of splotchy. So that's what I did. You can color up your plate and make your monster whatever color you want. Now, the next thing you're going to have to do is let it dry completely. Once the paper plate is dry, you need to draw a nice big mouth for your monster. Whatever shape you come up with is fine, but you do want to make it big enough so that you can throw candy or the little fluff balls or whatever you're going to use for your game into the mouth. Next, take a pencil or the sharp end of the scissors, and an adult will need to help with this part, and poke a hole in the mouth section of the plate in the middle. Now, this will be the starting point for you to start cutting the monster's mouth out. So go ahead and cut out the mouth. Next, take your second paper plate, and on the inside or the curved inside, the place where the food would normally go, you're going to color or paint it black. You don't have to paint the whole thing, just the part that will show through the monster's mouth hole. When you put the two plates together, it'll look like this. So there's the hole for throwing candy or small balls into for the game. Now for the really fun part. Add eyes and a nose if you want to your monster. I added pom-pom balls to make him look bumpy, and I stuck in some pipe cleaners and stapled them in. You can glue them if you don't have a stapler. You can cut out bits of paper to glue to your monster, draw on him to decorate him or her. I took some white paper and glued in some pointy teeth, but you decide how you want your monster to look. Staple or glue the two plates together. Remember, we're gluing the front parts of the plates face to face, so that creates the space to throw in the candy or whatever items you're using to make the monster toss game. Let's take a look at the monster toss game in action. Tack it to a wall, or you can just prop it up like I've done. Toss in candy or marbles or bits of crumpled paper, whatever you have to make the game fun.
I hope you enjoyed today's story all about how to take care of your monster. And I really hope that you enjoy making and playing with the Monster Toss game. Have a great day.